and easy. So quick and easy that we're gonna wing it. I have not done this before, but you can't mess it up. It's called apple casserole, and if Pam doesn't post it, I will type it up. But it's super, super easy. And like I said, I haven't done it yet. So what I usually do, I don't do many home parties, but when I'm doing a video, Instagram, or a live demo or anything like that, I usually talk about a couple things that I'm using. So the first thing, and I have a cat, the dogs are outside, but if the cat jumps up here, just ignore him. Um, I got Granny Smith apples, and if y'all don't know, we have the bomb apple core. I don't know if we still have it or come out of the vault, but I did go ahead and it's right here. And if you can't see me, somebody say something because with the bright light, I can't. Timmy's gonna knock my light. Timmy, get down. Sorry, my cat, y'all. All right. Uh, we have an apple core, and what it does before you peel the apples, I mean, it takes the core right out. So I usually will explain that, and then of course the peeler. So that this recipe is so easy, I wanted to do something live for you. So it calls for 2 cups of Granny Smith or Fuji apples, and those are all the green apples. And you're supposed to just cut them up. So, like, I'm using our flexible cutting mat. So, I would talk about that, how you can roll it up if you're dicing onions or something, get them off of there. I would talk about our knives, which are amazing. Um, and whatnot. So, I'm just going to kind of cut these apples up a little bit, which I probably should have done this before, but again, short notice. So we're going to do it together. Um, it calls for like 2 cups. I believe it's 2 cups. Yeah, so I figured that's probably about 4 apples. But you're going to bake them. So from my understanding, they don't really have to be small because they're going to get nice and small. I love apple pie, so it's kind of, you know. The other thing I was thinking of too, say one of your neighbors or a customer or something says, hey, can you come over to my house and do something real quick? This literally, the hardest part of this is peeling the apples. And that took like probably not 5 minutes and doing this part. So anyway, cut up your apples into cubes or pieces as I'm doing it because I'm winging it. And then you can stick them in a bowl. I usually have a thatchable, but that's not what I grabbed. I grabbed one of these, I think these were called the basic. I remember what these were called. Someone can shout it out, but I think it's like the basic rounds or something like that. I don't remember what they're called. Sorry. Okay, I'll do this last one in here real quick. All right, so we got a bowl of apples. Then, this is why it's super easy. Now, if you want to do this by hand, I guess you can, but you buy a can of biscuits. Like I said, this is super easy. I don't see how even me can mess this up. So you open this and you cut the biscuit up. Now, it just said 1 can of biscuits, so again, I'm gonna judge it here. How many you need? These are just whatever. I did go to the store today to get apples and biscuits, so these are Pillsbury Grand. If I find they don't taste good, then I will let y'all know. And then it just said to cut these in little pieces as well. And you throw them in there with the apples. How easy can this be? I mean, this is like, I'm wondering if you can just even cheat and just pull these apart. You'll probably do that too. Look at that. I don't know. Those pieces were kind of big. It's probably better to cut them. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. I wanted something to be able to do live. So, y'all know our new knives are made with Japanese steel, which makes them sharper. They also stay sharper longer. And they are one of the best on the market right now. So, all right, we're almost there. Almost there. Last one. I'm going to put them all in. I am going to use our Voila glass to bake this in. So, all right, they're all in. And then you add half a cup of granulated sugar, which is regular white sugar. I'm sure you can use whatever kind of sugar you would like to use. I keep our sugar in the modular mates. I also have a scoop in here. So again, if you're doing a party or a live or in-house, sugar modular mates right there. So a half cup of sugar. And then, is this not easy or what? You just mix this all together. That's it. Kind of like you're making an apple pie, except without the pie crust. So it just toss apples and dough. And then you also add your cinnamon. I just got this, so it's not in the modular mate yet. So don't get on me for that. But it's a teaspoon ground cinnamon. And then I also talk about the measuring cups and spoons, how they lay flat. When you have them in the modular mates, you can scrape off that top nice, all that stuff. So, I'm not trying to go fast, but I'm trying to go fast because this is quick and easy. But obviously in a real party, you would explain all that stuff and demo it. So anyway, you stir all this together really good. And I'm even thinking with Tupperware, like a bowl like this, or a that's a bowl or something, just put the seal back on and shake it. But my luck, if I did that right now, I'd probably chop all over the place. So we're just going to do this right now. And just to make sure everything's evenly coated, which looks like it's pretty good. Again, it smells like I'm making an apple pie with that cinnamon and sugar in there. Okay, so those are pretty well coated. And then, even easier, you put it in a dish. So I'm going to use the square, and this is still wet and being washed. The square Voila glass. And you just pour this in here. Just like that. Nothing fancy. I just dumped it all in. Apples, cinnamon, sugar, and biscuits. So you see all that. And then last but not least, I've had some butter out. It's a quarter cup. Let me just zap it 10 seconds. 20. And then you're going to get some brown sugar, which I also keep in a modular. And it said a half cup. So roughly a half cup. And then if the butter is melted, ten more seconds. It's almost melted. And now it's melted. Okay. Sorry about that. I should have melted that ahead of time. Last but not least, it says to just drizzle this over it. I also talk about our microwave measuring cups. So you just drizzle, I believe it was a quarter cup. And your brown sugar, you drizzle that on top as well. And that's it. Then you bake it. It is, and I'm the one that asked the temperature the other day, 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. And that's it. Can you get anything simpler than that?
Teresa, that sounds great.
I mean, that's just quick and easy and all that. I will either come back on or I'll tell you what, I will share pictures when it's done because I know it's gonna be really hot. Um, so we'll go from there. And then if Pam doesn't post it, I will type the recipe up because I had just sent her a screenshot.